Hi guys, I'm back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be doing my honest reaction to Gareth Southgate's 26-man England squad that he is bringing to Qatar this November. This is something a bit different for my football fans, so yep, hope you enjoy this. Even if you're not a fan of football, just hope you enjoy this video. Just leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that. Just, enjoy the video. But yeah, so the England squad was announced today at 2 p.m. because the World Cup kicks off, I believe, next Sunday. So, yeah, 26 players here. I think it's increased from 23 to 26. And, oh boy, do we have a lot to talk about, so let's just go. So, I've got the team here, and I'm going to be going through all the players, letting you know what I think. Is it the right decision, the wrong decision, who I think maybe should have made it, who I think's, maybe being overlooked, or, just stuff like that. So, yeah. Starting out with goalkeepers, we have Jordan Pickford, Nick Pope and Aaron Ramsdale. I'm just going to go off the record and say that he's absolutely smashed it with these three decisions. I absolutely agree in every way, shape or form. Jordan Pickford, even when, he's not playing the best for Everton as a club, something different, man, when he puts on that England shirt. He's got a start for me, I think. Definitely, especially in that penalty show last year against Italy. Yeah, really solid when he puts on the England shirt. And you can tell how much it means because he busts his ass every single time he puts the shirt on, and yeah. Next player, Nick Pope, yep, been in great form this year for Newcastle, even in that 3-3 draw against Germany when he looked a bit wobbly. But Newcastle, statistically in the Premier League, have the best defence in the league. And a lot of that has been due to Nick Pope. So, yeah, I think Nick Pope was the right call here. And the third goalkeeper, we have Aaron Ramsdale of Arsenal. Again, another solid choice if Pickford was to go down or something, but yeah, being in great form this year for Arsenal. I think those are the right three goalkeepers. I don't think anyone can really pick anyone else. I mean, there is Dean Henderson, but he's not ready for it yet, especially. So, he has been doing well though with Nottingham Forest, and hopefully his time will come in the future. But yeah, it's just a notable mention there. But Pickford, Pope, Ramsdale, I think all three of them spot on. Moving into the defenders now, where we have Trent Alexander-Arnold, Connor Cody, Eric Dyer, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, John Stones, Kieran Trippier, Kyle Walker, and Ben White. Okay, so starting it off at the top with Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'm not sure about this one, some people are happy that he's going, especially with him missing the Euros last year. And, Reece James being injured, who I probably would have started, but it is what it is. Injuries happen. So, Trent Alexander-Arnold, I am kind of glad that he's going. He's not been great this year, but we've got to give him the chance. I think, yeah, you can make an argument that we have brung Ben White and Kieran Trippier and, Kyle Walker, who can all step in at right back when needed. Certainly versatility, that's another thing. But Trent Alexander-Arnold, I mean, thing is, Southgate doesn't usually use him most of the time, so I'm not sure why he's brought him this time around. Probably to mess with one, but that's Southgate for you. So yeah, one slight problem with this, the name Fikayo Tomori is sticking out like a sore thumb. Why is he not in the team? Southgate, you cannot tell me that you are picking Eric Dyer ahead of Fikayo Tomori. Now, I'm not going to go into what I think of Gareth Southgate as a coach, because this will turn into a rant, but he is pragmatic, and he does tend to go with what he knows. Eric Dyer is on the wrong side of 20, and Harry Maguire, you can make the argument that, again, when he puts on the England shirt, he is a different player, but he's not playing regular club football for Manchester United. He's like fourth behind like Varane and Martinez. Eric Dyer as well has just dropped a disaster class against Liverpool, but it's whatever, man. It's just for Kyle Tomori, it's a real shame. You got to get some youth and some blend in there as well, especially with him tearing it up in this area as well. It seems that there is some bias in there with Southgate, you know, not like going past the Premier League, especially within the top six as well, which we'll talk about. Again, for Kyle Tomori, I think it's a real shame that he's not gone. Eric Dyer, I'm not really the biggest fan of. Some other mentions, well, we've got the likes of Mark Wehi. I think, yeah, he's just too young. He needs more seasoning. His time will come, though. So, again, it's a real shame about Tomori, though, which it is. It's just sad. So, Connor Cody, he's probably not going to play, but in terms of the locker room, he's great. So, I agree with that, believe it or not. They brought him for Euro 2020 and it worked well. We made it to a final. We're not going to talk about what happened at the final, but yeah, we made it to a final. And Connor Cody, they love him. So yeah, Harry Maguire, I think, yeah, you've got to take him. Luke Shaw, again, yeah, for that left back spot. And had a brilliant tournament last year. Trying to get that spot back from Malacia this year with Manchester United. So yeah, definitely fighting for his place. John Stones, yeah, I think probably the best centre-back that we've taken, honestly. So I think he has to start, but there is a possibility that we could see Harry Maguire and Eric Dyer start, which I just don't like. You know, a half-decent team puts a ball over the top and all of a sudden they're in. It is what it is, though. Kieran Trippier, yep, free kicks. And being great this year with Newcastle, especially them being third in the Premier League behind Arsenal and Man City. So, yeah, he's smashing it right now. Kyle Walker, yeah, he's versatile. He can play as a right back and a centre back, but I just don't know if it's worth the risk. Yeah, you know, he's experienced and everything, but he's not fully fit, is he? And if he's on the pitch for, say, 10 minutes and he, you know, comes down with an injury, what happens there? It's like you've wasted a player, and that could have been Tomori. But, yep, justice for Fikayo Tomori, guys. Let's get that in the comment section. Justice for Fikayo Tomori. It's disgusting. Ben White, yeah. It gets better, though, because if Ben White probably would not have been in this team if, say, Reece James and Ben Chilwell were fully fit. Even though he probably should have gone regardless. Ben White, yeah, he's versatile. He can play as a right back and a centre-back. And I'll come back to that point of why are you taking... We've essentially gone for 4 right backs here because we've got Ben White who can play as a right back, Kyle Walker who can play as a right back, Kieran Trippier who can play as a right back, and also Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's like, drop one of them and bring in another centre-back. Tomori. But yeah, that's the defenders. But it is what it is. Yeah. Midfielders, we've got Jude Bellingham. We have Conor Gallagher, Jordan Henderson, Mason Mount, Calvin Phillips, and Declan Rice baby. So, Jude Bellingham, yeah, definitely. Even if he's not going to play, Southgate won't play him well. Still, he's in brilliant form at the minute. He's probably one of the only players in this England team that's actually playing good football and being consistent. So, you've got to give him that. Yes, he is still young, but he's shown maturity way beyond his years, you've got to say. So, Jude Bellingham is a must for me. I'm really happy he's in the team, and congratulations to the lad. Go on, Jude. So, Conor Gallagher's an interesting one, isn't it? Because if you had told me that he would have been in the team last year, I would have said yes, because of how he was playing last year with Palace. You know, he was starting every game, playing every minute of every game. This season, I'm not too sure, especially not including James Ward-Prowse, who can take set pieces, especially how we play as well, quite set piece based, like with corners and penalties and that. Yeah, I do like Conor Gallagher, but James Ward-Prowse has got to be in there for me. So I do like him. We can see what he'll do. If he prove us wrong, Conor. Prove us wrong. So yeah. Jordan Henderson, he's getting on a bit, but you know, he's experienced. He can teach the young lads something. I do think it's good that he's in the team, so there you go. Mason Mount, who again you can play as like an attacking midfielder or a winger or something like that. Hasn't been great, but Southgate likes him, and you know, screw what the rest of us have to say. Calvin Phillips, who's just not played at all this year, but you put him in, and James Ward-Prowse out, which I don't get because Southgate, I think, yeah, like I said, biased towards the top 6. Meanwhile, James Ward-Prowse is playing for bloody Southampton, who have just sacked their manager. Declan Rice, yeah, he's got to be in there. I think he was pretty much nailed on from the start. So, yeah, apart from James Ward-Prowse, maybe swap him out for like Calvin Phillips or Jordan Henderson, because essentially they're the same player, and you get that something different with James Ward-Prowse. It's kind of the way I'm feeling right now, but yeah. Forwards, you've got Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, Harry Kane, James Maddison, Marcus Rashford, Bukayo Saka, Raheem Sterling, and Callum Wilson. So, Phil Foden, yep, he's got to be in there. I'm expecting he'll be much improved from the last Euro. Definitely one of the better attacking options that we've brought. But I'm about to make a point. But the point here is, if we've got Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, and Mason Mount, they don't all need to be there. And James Maddison as well. So Foden, Maddison, Mount, and Grealish. Yep, Foden, Maddison, Mount, Grealish. You swap one of them out and you bring in someone like Tony, because Kane and Wilson, yep, I agree that they're both there. Kane has to be there, and Wilson's been in great form this year with Newcastle. But Wilson, he's very much managed at the minute, and if he goes down with a hamstring, who's going to step in for Harry Kane? I think there has to be just that third, like, security blanket, like that striker. Whether that's Ivan Toney or Tammy Abraham, or maybe even Dominic Calvert-Lewin. No one's mentioned that, just come back from injury. But it is what it is. Yeah, Phil Foden, I agree, he's the best out of those four, and, you know, Jack Grealish really lit it up in the Euros. It was a big impact really good impact off the bench, especially in the final. He's not as good as some players, looking at you, Miguel Almiron. But yeah, Jack Grealish, agreed that he's in the team. I'll take Foden and Maddison, especially with Maddison. He's been carrying Leicester. He's absolutely smashed it this year in the Prem. Southgate pretty much had to take him, or else everyone would riot. But yeah, I'd maybe swap out maybe Grealish and Mount for a Tony or an Abraham. But yeah, Rashford's coming good for Man United at the minute. Sancho, he's missed out, but you know, not been great. He's not. I don't think he's shown us enough to really warrant putting him in the team. But yeah, we've also got Bukayo Saka, brilliant for Arsenal this year. Really fundamental last year in the Euros. Yeah, he's got to be there, I feel, whether he starts or not. Raheem Sterling, yep, he's always going to be there. Always plays up when England are playing, definitely. But yeah, you've on the wing, you've still, yeah, going back to that point of Rashford, Saka, and Sterling, who can all play, but really either side, and it's like too much of one thing, really. So I'm not sure about it, man. I'm not sure, but yeah, and yeah, Callum Wilson, as I said. Yeah, I'm still going to support my team, obviously, for the World Cup, so let's bring it home. Well, we're not going to bring it home. We're not winning the World Cup with this team. We're just not. We can be hopeful, but that's just the fact that we're not winning the World Cup with this team. But yeah, let me know if you want me to make predictions for the World Cup either, as well. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this squad. Give Southgate a rating out of 10, because he's staying for this World Cup. It seems like we're not going to sack him before the World Cup, I think. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this squad down below in the comment section. Has Southgate gotten it? Has Southgate bottled it? Has he got it right? What do you think? So yeah, pretty much concludes today's video. I will see you in the next one, and yep, goodbye. Come on, England.